Good morning. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. Don't really have a whole lot to do on the Dakota. I was going to record something else for you guys with the Dakota, and I went out there and started working on it. And I got to the point where I put 2 bolts in the dash, and the dash was pretty much in the rest of the way. I didn't need to do anything else to it. I am still waiting to see if I can borrow / buy a engine hoist so I can go get my engine from Bob's, and then I can start tearing it down, and I can make a whole video about what I might possibly find or what I'm planning on finding in that. But with there not being much to do on the Dakota, I decided that today at National Trail Raceway, they are having a race called Import Faceoff. And as some of you may know, and now a lot of you are gonna know, I have a Civic Si, and it's an import, and I'm a bracket racer, and they have a class called the bracket class. So that's what we're gonna go do today. But before we head to the track, I'm gonna have to run over to Walmart or something, see if I can find a suction cup phone mount, because I just thought about it on the way there. I don't have a way to record inside the car if I'm driving the car. I don't think I can record with one hand, steer with another, and then shift with another, so we're gonna go find a phone mount. Phone mount acquired. We're gonna set this thing up, see what it looks like before we get to the track. Hope it's got the right angle to it. Might angle it a little bit more like that. Well, that's where she's gonna stay for now until we get to the racetrack. So off we go. Guys, we just pulled in. Now we just gotta sit here till we can get through the gate, I guess. There's a lot of cars here. Racing starts at around 2, but the bracket racing itself starts around 2. We will be making time runs. They are starting actually to make time runs right now. It starts at 10 o'clock. We're a little late, but it is what it is. We knew it was gonna be a late day today, so I will catch back up with you guys once we get in here.
1 eternity later. 3 days later.
We made it. We're in here. Took 3.5 hours, but we're in here. We're in the lanes right now. We're gonna make a time run. I've never made a run in this car before. I've just driven it hard on the street, and that's pretty much it. So this will be a first for me, so don't make fun of me. I've never actually raced a stick shift car on the racetrack before, so we're all going to be learning here together. That's good. I don't have to make a time run with a motorcycle. Don't have to embarrass me completely. Don't break that piece of shit. Definitely cannot drop the clutch. Car did not like that at all. Shifts were good. Gotta ease it off the line. Can't dump the clutch. That is absolutely freaking terrible. No cussing. No cussing. That sounded horrific. I feel bad for my car now. I really just shouldn't have done that. That was a terrible idea. It works on the street because it slips, but on the track it's gonna hook. That was a terrible idea. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, that's about exactly what I thought it was gonna run. 15s. 15:02. My reaction time was 1:26. Not terrible, but not my best efforts, to say the least. All right, guys, we're pulling up here for our second qualifier. Well, not qualifier, but time run, I should say. We're gonna try something different this time. We are not going to try to dump the clutch. We're gonna try and roll the clutch out of it and see if we can just be consistent that way. Because two-step competition. Because that was not great on the car, and I daily drive this thing, and that's the last thing I need to do is break my daily driver, because I need a way to go to work every day. So we're not gonna dump the clutch this time. All right, we're under the tower for our second time run. We're not dumping the clutch. I have to keep telling myself that we are not dumping the clutch. We have to ease out of the clutch. No dumping. No dumping of the clutch. Got to keep reminding myself that. No dumping of the clutch. Better. Way easier on the car. Way easier on the car. Definitely need to figure out the reaction time thing though. I don't know when I need to leave on the tree. And that was not a good one, I can tell you that. Let's see what we went this time. Thank you. Wow. That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is extremely consistent. Let me pull over here and I'll let you guys look at this real quick. All right, these are my two runs right here. Got T360. My reaction time on my first one was a little bit better than my second one, but not too bad for a stick shift car. 1501, 1506, and then in the 8th mile, it's even more consistent. 984.9. 985 with a 3, both at 75 miles an hour. That's pretty impressive for a little stick shift car and me banging gears in it. But the reason I'm saying I got to figure out my reaction time is because in the bracket class, the better your reaction time is, the more of an advantage you're going to have at the finish line. All right, so that one went a little bit better. Didn't dump the clutch that time. Had to ride it out a little bit, make it a little bit smoother on the car. Don't want to break this thing. We are in the lanes again for, I think this is number 3. They're giving us a lot of runs. I think it's just because people come out here and they just want to make runs. A lot of people aren't really into the running the class thing. They're just get into it just to make passes on their car and hang out with their friends pretty much. That's all this is out here. So we're just out here hanging out. Got a couple buddies. He's running his cousin's S10, making some test runs in it. They just picked it up. Just hanging out with them. Yeah, pretty much just out here hanging out, making a video for you guys. All right, we're up here. Here's run number 3. I think we're gonna do the same thing. Sport mode, traction controls off. I think we're just gonna try and hit the tree a little bit better here. We got the launch figured out. We're gonna try and figure out when we need to leave on the tree. That's my dream bike right there. I want one of those so bad. Those things sound so good. Love those things. Wow, it's hot in here. I want a sport bike so bad, but it's such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. I need to focus on just finishing my truck, and then I can have some fun with my truck instead of putting my life in danger on a sport bike. Thank you. Oh, wow. We actually went faster. I didn't really intend for that to happen, but it did. All right, so for that run, compared to these two right here, our 60 foot got a lot better for some reason. Actually, no. Our 60 foot was better here. We picked up some in the 330 for some reason, somehow. And we picked up a lot in the 8th mile. Picked up almost about 700s almost, maybe 8. And then it kind of continuously went up down the track. I don't know what's going on, why we're going faster, but I haven't really changed anything. Hopefully we can kind of keep it around this. And this area is a pretty good area to be in a bracket class. I can know that I can run this and then dial something around these numbers here and just play with the finish line. And you guys are gonna have to watch me do that while I'm racing. I can't really explain it very well. We're just gonna have to do it and then talk about it after. All right, guys, we are in the lanes for eliminations. We almost missed the call, but thank God they're having the 2-step competition right now. There are, I believe, 12-ish cars in bracket class. Like I said, there's not going to be a bunch of people that are going to run the bracket. Right now, we are going to be dialed a 1505. So we know that we can go faster than 1505, but we've also gone closer to that dial-in than we have on anything else. Yeah, our first 2 runs, we went 1506 and we went 1501. So we know that we can go faster, but we can also go slower. You never know what's going to happen. So you want to dial something that you know that you can run, and I would rather dial something that I know that I'm going to be able to run than to dial myself out of the race, is what they call it. All right, guys, they are pulling us out. I still have no idea what car I'm racing, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We are in the lanes. They were moving us up. I think I figured out who I got. I got this car. He's actually a normal bracket racer, so this one's probably going to be a little tough one. If I lose here first round, it is what it is. I don't care. I'm just out here having fun, learning the car. Really, this might be the thing that I race next weekend too. So I figured I'd come out here and try and get some laps in it. Starting to figure it out a little bit. I did not think that was going to be any faster. I strung out first gear for a long time. Well, that sucks.
There you go.
Holy wow. That very well is the fastest pass that this car's ever made. Huh. Yep, 60 foot was slow, and then all of a sudden it started to go very, very fast. Well, that was a very uneventful day. Came out here, been here since, what time did I get here? 10:15-ish. It is now 3:45. All that just to lose first round. But that's part of it. That's why we come out here, and that's why we do this. We get to hang out with friends. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But let's get into this time slip. We're gonna look it over, and I'm gonna talk some numbers with you guys and try and explain how I messed up and how the other guy won. All right, to start off, I'm over here. That's my dial in, that's his dial in. Kind of forgot that I was chasing. That's kind of why I was really bad on the tree. He was 97, which is pretty okay. Definitely better than my 212 on the tree. But this is where the race matters right here. Right first by 0.072. I broke out. See how this is my ET that I just went. That was my dial in. I went under my 1505. If I would have went over, like this guy went 1645 was his dial in, 1652 is what he went. He went over his dial in. He went slower than what he projected. So that's always good. But if you go faster than what you are projected, as in your dial in, then that is called a breakout, and that is a technical foul in bracket racing. So I went way faster than what I expected to go there. So you can see right here, my 60 foot was a little slower, but my 330 was faster on my most recent pass. My 8th mile was way faster. And then this is where it'll really get you. Your 1,000 foot. I was 800ths faster right here. And you can see I went 1496 in my time run at 93 miles an hour. And that was all the way out 1,320 feet. That was floored the entire time. And this one, I tried to kill some ET by hitting the brakes a little bit. And I still went 1493. And I went 1496 at 93 miles an hour all out. So you can tell right here, through all these numbers, I was definitely running probably a personal best. I probably could have went 1489 or 1488 here if I would have ran it all the way out. But I didn't need to. I ended up taking the stripe by 0.72 seconds more than he did, or before he did. And that's why I broke out. I took a bunch of stripe, and I was way under my dial in. And even if I were to go 1505 on my 1505 with my 212 light, I was what you would call mathematically ineligible, because he was 97 on the tree, and that's where the reaction time gets you. You needed to be way better than 212 on the tree to even be eligible to win this race. I put myself in a really bad spot being this late on the tree, and that's why I lost, because he had a way better reaction time and he was way closer to his dial-in than I was. Going out first round wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to go a couple more rounds, have a little bit more fun, but I had a lot of fun driving this thing down the racetrack to begin with. Just trying to hit the tree and trying to shift gears and know that I need to be consistent. It was a lot of fun. Definitely not something I want to do religiously, because I definitely don't need to be beating the crap out of this thing, considering the fact that I don't have anything else to drive to work. So this being my only vehicle, I don't think I'm going to keep beating the crap out of it at the racetrack. But next weekend, I plan on making another video, because it is going to be the first bracket points race out here at the track. And I'm going to see if I can find one of my buddies that might have an extra car, or if they're not going to race at all, if I can run their car, or if we can just double in their car or something like that. I'll come out here and race. But I plan on making another video for you guys next weekend. This is gonna end it off here. Thanks for watching, and sorry I suck at bracket racing.